Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. This one is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Exposing My Abusive Ex-Girlfriend to Her Fiancé? Oh damn. Throwaway account, I, 26 male, dated my ex-girlfriend in high school when we were both 16. I had a crush on her since second grade, so when she finally agreed to go out with me in high school, I was over the moon. Unfortunately, our relationship was a nightmare. I quickly realized she had low self-esteem, constantly asked for reassurance from me about her looks and weight, and if I didn't tell her what she wanted to hear, she would gaslight and manipulate me to make me feel guilty. I didn't realize it at the time, but after reading stuff online and listening to some podcasts, I realized her behavior was emotionally abusive. We dated for around 1 year and she ended up breaking up with me, citing her mental health, etc. I never saw her after high school because we moved to different cities, and also her social media accounts were set to private. Recently, there was a high school reunion. I found out she would be there, so I decided to go. If it's a high school reunion, help me out here. Do they only do that at like 10, 20, 10-year intervals? Or do they do it at 5 as well? Trying to figure out how long after high school this has been. She hadn't changed much, was still overweight. She said hi to me as if nothing had happened and proceeded to make small talk with me. It really bothered me that she was pretending nothing happened between us, so I asked if we could talk privately. I told her how I felt about the way that she treated me and was abusive towards me when we were dating. She said something like she was going through a tough time with her self-confidence and apologized for taking it out on me, etc. She said ever since she met her current partner, she was feeling more confident about herself. She then told me that they were engaged, which also came as a shock to me. I asked her if she had told him about us and how she treated me when we were dating. She said she mentioned her past relationships to him, but didn't share all the details. I told her that she needs to tell him about how she was abusive to me so that he knows who he is marrying. At this point, she made up some excuse and ran away from the conversation. I felt that the new partner should know what he's getting into. She is still overweight and has not made any effort to change or improve herself and probably has the same insecurities, and I imagine how this man will have a terrible marriage. So after the party, I used a friend's account to find her fiancé, and I sent him a message detailing the things that she did when we were dating in high school. He responded with something like asking me to stop bothering them. It's been about a week since I did this, and now I'm getting bombarded with messages from high school friends calling me a creep and an asshole. I don't understand how people can side with her when she was the one being abusive, and it is her responsibility to let her fiancé know about this, and I was doing what I felt was the right thing. I thought maybe they are reacting this way because they haven't heard the full story and the background about our relationship, so I wanted to post here. Am I the astronaut or am I helping this poor man? Let me read the edit first. We have some thoughts here. We have some thoughts. Edit. Okay. I was expecting my perspective would be divisive, but didn't realize people would think it's that bad. Reading through all your comments is making me question myself. First of all, I don't have a problem with her weight. I think she's cute. It may be true that I am hung up on her. She was my first and only long-term girlfriend. And no, I'm not an Andrew Tate fan. I just saw some videos of him and thought they were interesting. Oh, I don't know much about him. I do think I deserved more from her than an apology, and I did always think that we would end up together once she worked on herself. I feel very frustrated about how things turned out. I am against therapy, so I won't do that. I might contact her again to see if she will talk to me. Maybe that will bring more closure. Even though it is mostly negative, I still appreciate the comments. Speaking of comments, top comments. So, you corner someone you dated years ago. She listens to you before stopping the conversation because it's going nowhere. Then you harass her fiancé and try to blow up her life. Jealous and bitter much? You repeatedly insult her weight. Reading your post, I don't see evidence of her being abusive. You're the asshole, big time. You could try to contact her, but I'm pretty sure she's going to have a restraining order here pretty soon because this is the weirdest part about this. And Candy Thunder and I actually had a conversation that kind of leans this direction a little bit. It was more about memoirs, right? Memoirs where people are reflecting on their lives and can pretty much say whatever they want about anyone. There's no fact checking there. It's opinion gets swayed based on what someone remembers from how a thing happened in their past. And this is kind of the same thing. He didn't realize that any of this stuff was going on at the time. It was years later when he was reflecting back on their relationship and thinking, man, she really mistreated me. You know what? I'm pissed off about that. She really mistreated me. I mean, the fact that she needed constant reassurance from him, the fact that she was insecure, that doesn't equal being emotionally abusive. And maybe the other things that he had alluded to in here, maybe those lean that way, but they were dating in high school. What high school girl is not insecure? And also, when you're with someone, everybody has insecurities. Everybody. Did he say that this was his only serious relationship and he hasn't had one since? Let me try to go back and find that. Is her responsibility to let her fiance know about this? No, it's not. No, it is not. It is not anybody's responsibility to when they enter a relationship, go through the Rolodex and be like, okay, I dated this person in high school and here's why that didn't work. Oh yeah, in middle school I dated this person and this is why this didn't work. I just need to make sure everything's out on the table here. Why he feels like he was so severely wronged and that it's her responsibility to now announce to the world like she's supposed to be in some kind of registry for being insecure is beyond me. I haven't seen something like this before. It's alarming. Should have done this a long time ago, but we'll go ahead and go red flag mode here. It is alarming. Like insecurities wise, this guy has some massive insecurities. He's got to still be hung up on this gal. She apologized to him. End of story. What kind of closure do you need past an apology that seemed pretty effing sincere? Now you need to make sure that she's miserable too, because you are, and you think that the reason that you are is because you were listening to Andrew Tate, of all people, and combing back through your life to figure out where you had been so wronged and why you're in this place right now, and you figured that that was pretty shitty. Where you're at now must be her fault. So you got to knock her down to the same level. There are people who rise by lifting others, and there are people who knock other people down to make it seem like they've risen. And you, sir, are one of those people. Misery loves company, right? You don't go back through your life and decide that someone wronged you a long time ago and try to implode their life, even after they've apologized to you. You don't do it. This is obsessive. This is an issue. The fact that you are against therapy, so you won't do that, is truly unfortunate because you got some really deep shit going on that is only going to be unpacked and you're only going to be able to move past in therapy. And until then, you're going to live on this planet right here. A planet we like to call Ascon 1, where only the most fucked up of fucked up reside. You'll be joined by several viscerally evil mother-in-laws.